I need a better intro. If anybody has any suggestions, like please just drop them in the comments. I am really excited for today's video. If you haven't checked out my podcast yet, it's actually called Christi's Couch. Weirdly enough, I know it's very meta today. In today's video, I'm doing a portion of Christi's Couch in the video, so it's all come full circle. So at the end of the podcast each week, I always take listeners' questions. These are more questions like, look, my boyfriend sucks. What advice would you give me? So on my Instagram this week, I asked for your juiciest advice questions, and I am gonna dole out that advice. Are we excited? I feel like we're excited. I mean, I'm excited because well, first of all, I love gossip, which, you know, not a shock, right? So if this helps any of you, then I have done my role on planet Earth as a universal mother. I'm just saying. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos, because 2021 is going to be the year of my YouTube channel until I don't feel like doing it. Well, honestly, if I'm being totally 100% like upfront, I hired somebody to shoot my videos and I have a great editor. So now that I don't have to do all of the work that I hate, there's a much higher chance that I'll actually get these done. So here's to hoping, right? I feel like I need to have a glass of wine for this, you know, but it's early in the morning and some of you are judgy, so I'm not gonna have wine right now. Listen, if you guys like this video and you wanna see more like this, you can either drop your question in the comments, but if you wanna be completely anonymous, you can DM me on Instagram at Christi Lukasiak, or you can also DM me at Adulting101 with the juiciest question. And I promise I will keep your identity secret to protect the innocent or guilty. I mean, I'm just saying. All right, you ready? It says, I can't get over a guy I dated who I later found out was engaged while we were together. Okay, well, I feel that that sentence right there tells you everything you need to know to get over this guy. There are so many better people out there for you that won't be engaged. Like that's a big no. And if he's engaged to someone else and dating you, chances are if he were engaged to you, he would be dating someone else. So thank your lucky stars that that is one that got away, because no good was coming from that. I promise. But as far as how to get over him, I mean, take a minute, you know, like be nice to yourself, go out on a date with yourself, go to a good dinner, buy yourself a good little treat, like a good mani or a pedi, but let's move on because that guy sucks. It says, Dear Christi, love that. This one girl seems to be obsessed with my boyfriend. Once we started dating, she started getting weirdly close with him, starting posting him all over her social media, and even writes his birthday in all of her calendars. She claims that they're best friends, but it's just still weird to me. Okay, here's kind of what I'm thinking about this, because I feel like this is something that a lot of young women and even women tend to do, is we always try to blame the other girl. You know, we're always quick to be like, stay away from my boyfriend. But this makes me wonder, is your boyfriend doing anything to like lead her on? Is there some secret snaps going down? Is there like DMs? Is there flirty conversation? Because most of the time, girls aren't really into a guy that isn't giving them a reason to be. So I would maybe do a little investigating on that end, unless your boyfriend's just amazing and he would never do that, and she's really just a serial killer stalker, that type of thing. And if that's the case, you know what? It's fine, because your boyfriend's not interested and she can lust after him all she wants. But if your boyfriend is like true to you, you don't have to worry about it because she's really not a threat. But I would do a little investigating, and just a word to the wise, you can get some serious intel off of Venmo. That's just a little hint for you guys. Like, let's look at the Venmo transactions, because there's a lot that you can find out from there. This is cute. Okay, probably not the best decision I've made, but I met this guy a few months ago on a dating app, and we found out first that we live in the same building, then figured out we live on the same floor. Is this fate or is this drama? I'm not sure. Okay, we currently hook up every now and then, and it's still pretty casual. But anyway, I guess the advice I need is that his apartment is literally right next to the trash chute. And of course, I normally would look like complete garbage, no pun intended, when taking out the trash. But now I feel like I have to look decent in case he happens to leave his apartment at the same time. Girl, I feel this in my soul because I walk around looking like the bottom of a shoe 99% of the time. So if I had to like dress up to go to the trash chute, I might move. I'm just saying. So not sure what to do about that. And also, I guess I'd like advice on how to calm my nerves about something as silly as taking out the trash just in case I run into him. Well, look, you have to make a commitment to yourself. What is most important? Him seeing the authentic you or like brushing your hair a little bit before you take out the trash? I would suggest at least brushing your teeth. That's like the bare minimum. Just in case you have a conversation, you definitely don't want to be like, oh, pardon my coffee breath. Look, my grandmother always said, don't do anything at the beginning of a relationship that you're not willing to do the entire time. So if you're not going to brush your hair to take out the trash, if you're married for 20 years, don't brush your hair now. It's fine. Let's set our standards low, but let's not be gross, you know? I mean, and again, I go out all the time. Have you ever seen my Instagram stories in the morning when I don't brush my hair and it's like, morning, Christy? They're very shameful and people all over the world watch them. But I don't care because I'm not trying to date them. So I get it. Okay, this is crazy. I'm a junior in college right now, and when I was a freshman, I became really good friends with this guy. Super long story short, he asked me out despite saying that I wasn't looking to date anyone my first year of college, and I said that I wanted to stay friends for now. Like 3 months later, he starts dating another girl, and she's straight up a manipulative psychopath. Girls, let's not call other people psychopaths, unless we have like a clinical diagnosis, I'm just saying. Okay, he and I remain friends, and his girlfriend and I have met and talked, and she seemed okay at this point. Then, at the beginning of sophomore year, I had some whack roommates, so I moved, and he helped me move to my new dorm to get away from them. While he was helping me, the crazy girlfriend called him and got mad because he didn't take her to lunch or something dumb like that. He leaves and I texted him and said I'd treat him to a dinner for helping me move. 5 minutes later, I got a response from his phone, but it was his girlfriend texting saying that she'd make my life hell if I didn't back off, and if I ever tried to contact him again, she'd kill me. Okay, now you're justified in calling her a psychopath. See, I needed more information. All right, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't talk to him until my birthday in November, and he ended up bringing her to my birthday party, and she acted super nice and then pulled me aside and said that she wasn't going to let me steal her boyfriend and that I should delete his number. It went all super crazy, so I went to Italy to study abroad and live my best life in Rome. They broke up, but they still talk, and now he talks to me about her, and he's not over her, but he also asked me out again, so mixed signals from him. Okay, this guy sounds like he's a wee bit confused. If he's not over her and asking you out, then that's a red flag that you might be like a rebound girl, and we don't want that happening, even though he asked you out before her. So I don't like death threats. I think death threats are a little much, a little excessive for a dating situation. It sounds like this girl was a little insecure, but again, we always blame the girl. So it's like, let's talk to the boyfriend. What kind of information or what mixed signals is he sending across the board? Because clearly he has feelings for her, but he's kind of stringing you along. So this might be a situation where it's an indication that he's the problem and maybe not the best person to date. So I would say keep it friendly with him if you like him, but I would look outside of this situation for somebody that might be a little bit better of a dating match. Okay, I'm going to do one more after this, but I just wanted to like give a public service announcement about this one. It says, I have this boy on Instagram who keeps masking me where I live and asking to do sex. Is this weird? Don't worry, I blocked him. Not only is this weird, but this couldn't be a bigger red flag because it's probably a 95-year-old weird man hiding behind a keyboard. Run immediately. Don't tell him where you live ever. And word to the wise, you never know who's hiding behind a keyboard on the internet. So don't ever tell them where you live. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Okay. Let me step off of my mom's soapbox. I think that might be it for this week's episode of Christi's Couch. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this because this is so super fun for me. Drop a question if you want me to answer, or like I said, you can DM me at Christi Lukasiak or at Adulting101. And if I don't answer your question in the video, make sure to check out my podcast because I just might answer it there. And that's also called Christi's Couch. So again, very meta. All right, guys, have a good week. Bye.